Lately, I've been discussing the problem of fault finding with other devotees, and something keeps coming up every time we talk about it, and that the biggest fault in fault finding is not the fault of the person, but it's my need to find the fault. So this is an important distinction to make. So let's say I see you doing something which is wrong. All right, so the first point is, okay, I see it, it's wrong. Now, what is my reaction? Maybe I go tell other people, oh, so-and-so, they're bogus, or they're this or that. So now I need to ask myself, why, unless this criticism is constructive, why do I need to talk about it? If my talking about it is not going to do anything other than perhaps gratify my sense of self that I'm better than that person, why do I need to talk about it? Then we start to understand. When I'm fault finding, when I'm talking about someone's fault, it's saying more about me than it is about them. Because other people are seeing that fault and they're not saying anything. Well, let's say, for example, in this case, other people are seeing, but they're not saying anything. I'm seeing and I'm saying something. So that then would mean it's talking more about my need or my handicap or my vision to find fault, to see fault, to be focused on it so much that I'm talking about it with others, or even becoming sometimes obsessed with it, disturbed by it. We have to think, okay, this is really saying much more about me than it is about them. Now, how can we say this? Well, amanina manadena. We are supposed to respect everyone, not want respect for us, for ourselves. If you understand clearly what that means we appreciate others. We don't draw attention to ourselves. We don't want that honor for ourselves. And fault finding is really drawing attention to ourselves as putting ourselves above the person we're criticizing. So it's not amanina manadena. Amanina manadena means I'm offering respect to others. And I don't need, even if there is a fault, and that fault is of no consequence to anyone, it's not that I have to solve this problem, it's just a weakness a devotee has, it's of no benefit to talk about it, then I'm doing the exact opposite of amanina manadena, because fault-finding stems from pride, according to Srila Bhaktisiddhanta. So if we remember that fault-finding is a consequence of pride, and appreciation is a consequence of humility, then we can catch ourselves. Instead of thinking when I find fault, there's something wrong with you, I'm so smart, I can see what's wrong with you, I'm so much better than you, I don't make that mistake, I don't do what you're doing. Instead of thinking like that, we could think, oh, okay, so right now, as I'm faulting this devotee, it's an exhibition of my pride, because I could be appreciating something about that devotee, right? So I had this experience this morning in the temple with the kirtan, which was not really done the way it should be done. I'll just say that. It wasn't done the way it should be done. And so I thought, okay, here's a devotee, sincere devotee, singing with their heart, with their soul. So now I have two choices. I could think, maybe I should just leave because this is improper. It's not the right melody for the right time of day. Everything is bad. Or I could see this is the sincere heart calling out to Krishna of a devotee. Let's just forget about formalities. I have that choice. Fortunately, I made the right choice and appreciated the kirtan, got into the kirtan. If I didn't have that mentality, I would have just been faulting that devotee during the whole kirtan. The choice is mine. So was the devotee doing the kirtan properly? Not really. But it was my choice what I wanted to meditate on, the deities or the improper kirtan. What's wrong with that devotee? Don't they know? Haven't they been around ISKCON for so many years? Don't they know that we don't chant this melody at this arti? So I think that's extremely important. Rather than thinking, there's nothing wrong with me, everything's wrong with the other person, let's start thinking, what's wrong with me that I need to focus on this person's fault? Because it's of no consequence. Their fault is not really disrupting anybody. It's nothing I have to correct. Only person I really need to correct is myself for focusing on the fault. So I hope that helps you. It's actually what amanina manadena means. It means to appreciate, to see the good. That is the essence of humility. If we're not doing that, then we're lacking in humility. If we're lacking in humility, it's going to be difficult to be Krishna conscious, or more difficult. Hare Krishna.